About Andrew Wilson. He brings up tone policing sometimes when people say, well, I agree with you, but I don't like the way you said it. I think it's just because he doesn't meet people where they're at. And I don't think he's...
that's a bunch of woman garbage. We have to meet people where they're at.
Do you want the vision that you see for the world? Or not?
And the vision I see for the world is not going to be met through convincing a bunch of emotional, irrational women that what is reality is non-negotiable.
Why do you have to be hateful in your speech?
It's not hateful.
What about male passivity?
It's more woman garbage.
You don't have to say it like that, though. You can just say that is tone policing.
It's nonsense. This whole, I agree with what you said, but not how you said it. That's bullshit. And this is the problem with giving women power, because now suddenly everyone's an HR manager. Everyone's a hall monitor.
I just don't understand why you have to say woman in front of it.
Because it's a woman problem. Men don't do this. Men don't constantly go, I agree with you. I just don't like
why don't you share?
It's so refreshing to hear a woman just projecting common sense. She just spoke about reality, and the other woman said that it was hateful to talk about reality. Reality is bad for women. Could you believe that?
Could he possibly like me more than his girlfriend, and could I possibly be dumb to think that it's more than...
What gender are you asking this question to? He might absolutely like you more than his girlfriend. That do not mean he want to be with your... That don't mean he's ever intending to wife your... Because your girl can get on your goddamn nerves, but I still know this who I want to be with. She's just getting on my nerves right now, and I don't like her. I love her though, but I happen to like you. You know what I'm saying? Because in the midst of my difficulty with my partner, you was willing to squeeze yourself in. You didn't even try to take up space. You know what I'm saying? You was willing to fit into my life exactly the way I needed you to fit in. You feel me? I can like you right where you at. You don't want no more? You ain't asking for shit? Hell yeah, I like you. You mean I get to still go home to my girl? Yes, I like you a lot. I'm gonna talk to you a lot. You mean you gonna get up? You actually okay with me having to get off the phone when my girl walk in? Yeah, I like you, baby. I like you. I like you a lot. A whole lot. Yeah, that nigga might like you more than his girlfriend. Yes.
This is that type of girl that are very dangerous because they know that men are weak to attention and compliment. So I've had experience with a girl like this, where 10% of the time she cares about you, she asks about you, how was your day and everything. She's like very thoughtful. But 90% of the time she's neglecting you and rejecting you. And the worst thing that she can do for you is the same attention that she gives you, she gives another man. That feels like the worst.
There's a lot of people out there who will say that men and women can't be friends because the man will always try to make a move on her. And as a man that's almost exclusively friends with women, I want to say that this rhetoric is dangerous.
Very much. And just recently, a platonic female friend of mine's boyfriend, Dave, was making a similar claim. Just because I pick her up and drive her to work when he's not able to, and listen and support her when she's having relationship issues.
Platonic friendship?
Look, and even if I did attempt to smash, once she set those boundaries, I just left the edible arrangements on the floor and went back to platonically listening to her complaints about Dave.
Keeping it above board. When I got fired from my job, I didn't want to lose the incredible banter I had with one of my coworkers, Marjorie, so I asked her to a platonic lunch, walked her home, tried to kiss her. Okay, so in that situation, I did actually try to make a move.
But I'm sure there are hundreds of examples to the contrary.
I also have a lady that I'm becoming quite close with at the dog park. Husband travels a lot, needs a friend. Come to think of it, did send her a picture of me showering, though, and have not seen her at the park since.
Sending a naked picture does not necessarily mean that you are making a move.
Well, tell that to her insecure husband, because in this man's mind, everything is a move, and he's even sent me threatening messages to the point where I've had to get a new number just to text
Classic sign of an insecure man.
And because of his insecurity, I've even had to find his travel schedule just so I could pop into the house unannounced and ask her why she's been avoiding me.
At least one of you is putting in the effort to keep the friendship alive.
But the damage had already been done, because the man had the woman so scared she didn't even open the door. She just yelled, "How did you find out where I live?" through the cracks, and I just had to leave my edible arrangement on the porch. Another friendship down the drain.
It is a funny bitch, but in reality, why would you go with a woman who is engaged or with a boyfriend or something? It's like, there's a lot of women out there. Why would you go specifically for the woman that is engaged or with someone else?
What's your age?
I'm 34.
When it comes on to dating in Miami, what do you think women are looking for here?
Money. Alright? Gotta have that bag right, man. And you should have the bag right anyways, because you shouldn't be trying to date unless you got your money right. I always tell men, take care of yourself first, and then look for a woman, you know? Build a foundation.
So is that why you brought a bag of money out here in Brickell tonight?
This is what Miami is about. Get your money right, come out here, and then you can play, alright? Stay where you at if you ain't trying to come play hard, you know what I mean?
And how much is that in your hand right now?
It's like 150,000. You know, I got another 150 on me in cash. So you know what I'm saying.
But let's say I just moved to Miami and I had no money, no car, nothing. How would I pull a Miami 10?
Stay in the house, build your business, build yourself. You feel me? That's what I did. I built myself to the point where I can actually do the things I do, but stay in your own lane right now. You can't go crazy.
If I'm a man,
Come on.
why shouldn't I date just because I'm broke?
Sex is for poor people. You can't be out here prioritizing your time with every dame out here, because guess what? They'll drain the little money that you have and you'll be back poor again. You need to focus on yourself. Every man needs to focus on himself. That's when we make the most money, when we focus on ourselves.
So how much money should a man make before he should even...
I don't know. When he said 2,500, I felt like a little bit suspicious. I mean, you can't just say this and make it normal. Because people who are paid 2,500 for a week, it's like 10% at best of the whole population. He making it look easy. Maybe that's what he's selling.